Hello and welcome to the channel. It is early days yet, but I hope to build up this channel with a fair number of videos, hopefully giving some advice and some help to people who are in some legal difficulty. By way of introduction, my name is David. I was arrested for a criminal offence and I was on bail for 3 years before the case against me was dropped in a Crown Court in the UK. It was a very difficult time. I was confused, angry, and in fact as mad as hell, hence the title. So I tried to be creative and I ended up writing 2 books about it, Mad as Hell Part 1 and Part 2. Now I've set up a channel to share my experience and my thoughts in the hope that it might be of interest or of use to someone someday. But first of all, a disclaimer: I'm not a legal professional and the thoughts and advice and reflections here are my own as a layperson. I'm just someone who's gone through the legal process and spent 3 years on bail, charged with a crime I did not commit. So again, I'm not an expert. I recommend that you do get advice from a properly qualified legal professional. I'm based in the UK, but I hope what I have to say applies to people in the US as well as anywhere else overseas. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be making videos on all sorts of topics. So I'll run through them here. So they might be on the law in general, but particularly regarding arrest, police interaction, police conversations, police interviews, bail to the police and also bail to the court, appearing at the court, allegations, the nature of the allegations, perhaps even, well, false allegations is what I'm really after. Police procedures I'll be covering, and things like lawyers, choice of lawyers and interaction with lawyers and solicitors, and also barristers. Witnesses for the defence and also for the prosecution. I have some stories there that are of some interest, and also costs and legal aid. There are also matters regarding the case itself, including disclosure, which has been particularly important in the last few years in the UK. The intelligence, for instance, I was arrested on intelligence received by the police, and to this day I don't know what that was. And also other aspects about the law. I'll also be covering things like investigations, how to prepare your defence, how to compile documents, defence documents for your solicitors and your barrister, what kind of court documents to expect from the other side, and also things like the preparation of the defence case statement. That's what happens in the UK. Not only will I be covering that, I'll also be covering things like mental health. How do you survive? How do you deal with the stress and manage all the hullabaloo that comes around being first arrested and then charged, and living on bail for many months, perhaps. In my case, it was 3 years. So I hope to keep this channel and these videos quite upbeat and positive. So if you are experiencing difficulty or friends or loved ones, I'd encourage you to stay positive and engaged. So a little bit about my case. So I rented a house here in the UK, but it was expensive and I had a series of renters over the years. The last house sharer I had was a man who had a very difficult girlfriend. In short, they were engaged in fraud and she was abusive to him and to others. And long story short, after 4 years, I managed to get them out of the house. I had been in touch with, the landlord and also the police, and they moved to Germany. But that wasn't the end of the matter. They continued to press me to be involved in their scams. They're involved in benefit fraud and so on. And I wouldn't have any of it. Anyway, many months later, when I moved on to another property, the police knocked on my door and they said they had received intelligence. Note, that's an important word that I'll be making a video about. They had received intelligence that I had downloaded indecent images of minors at a time when I was living in the house, when I was experiencing the troubles with these housemates. The police seized all my computer equipment, including the computer that I knew my housemates had used when I was sharing a house with them. And it all went on, the whole saga went on for 3 years before the case was dropped. And in court, it turned out that the police admitted they had never investigated the other housemates, even though they had been told by me and by others on a number of occasions that they were probably responsible. And so it was all dropped. The police had taken the intelligence at face value, which I and my legal team suspected was human intelligence, i.e. a tip-off. Anyway, so it was a long, drawn-out period. It was enormous upheaval and frustration and stress, and so I made a point of trying to write it up in a couple of books. And now I'm thinking about this channel in the hope that I can share this experience with you, and then those people who are going through similar experiences, or friends or family, they might be able to use this as a resource for for when they're plotting their defence and dealing with the matter. I'm also going to refer to case studies in the hope that that might also be useful. And I'll also link to various websites and other guidance that I picked up over the years, and also other videos on YouTube, but there doesn't seem to be too much out there. Anyway, so that's me. Good luck. I hope it all works out, and I hope this is of use, and do subscribe and help me build this channel. Okay, thank you.